Hello, my name is Stan Houston, and I want to thank you. Thank you for your time because I know many of you are very busy. You're busy working ranches, and in your spare time, perhaps you're putting together radio programs and doing all kinds of other things that actually help preserve the Western way of life. I'd like to introduce you to a new idea that we've come up with, and we call it the Cowboy Spirit USA Network, or kind of the Cowboy Spirit USA Radio Network, because we want all of those good people who are involved in the podcasting world of the Western way of life, hey, to come together and perhaps help one another. You see, okay, again, a little bit about me. Now, I've been involved in business performance coaching and an international radio broadcaster, obviously, for many, many years. Done a lot of that. And when I first moved from Minnesota to Tucson, Arizona, about 15 years ago, I decided to get involved in a small little radio program when we called it Do It Right Radio. And you know, it aired every Sunday afternoon on a local station. And one of the guys who heard it was a gentleman who was named Russell True, who was the leader of the True family of ranches and the historic White Stallion Ranch right there in Tucson, Arizona. And we became friends. And then I also became, at the same time, an avid listener of a program called Voices of the West, which was literally aired on that same local radio station in Tucson with Emil Franze. Now, he became quite a legend in stories on the radio about the Western way of life and history, and even in his passing, he still is a legend. Well, in my many friendship times with Russell, I often said, you know what, Russell? You need to do a radio program. Hey, we need to do a podcast. Well, finally he agreed, and it's been about 2 years now since we established what we call the Cowboy Up podcast. It's Russell, and his colleague is Alan Day, a longtime, real legendary cowboy and rancher, and the whole program has gone very well. We've enjoyed it. We've made lots of friends even around the world, and we've made a number of very good and profitable and thoughtful connections, and the response really has been incredibly gratifying. And you know what? It's time now for those of us who want to take this Western Cowboy podcast enterprise a little more seriously. So let's come together. So what we want to do is begin to take this movement maybe into an organization. We'll be careful about that, but right now it's just a fellowship of people who believe, and they believe in some of the very same strong things. You know what? They want to preserve the Western way of life. They want to promote the cowboy spirit. And with a smile, we often say, by saving the Western way of life, who knows, we may even help save Western civilization. We do that through the programs and the stories and the history and all of the good legends that come forth out of the programs we do and the stories we tell. So would you think about joining with us as we put this all together? We would appreciate that. Please. First of all, what are we going to do? We're just going to help each other get really good at what we do, even better than what we do. World-class broadcasters. We're going to try and find enhanced ways to get better sponsorship and better sponsorship rates working together. And then we'd like to encourage even more people who are in this movement. You know, the better it will be for all of us, the more of us that we have. So we'll use our talents, our techniques, and some of the things we've learned and know to help others get involved in creating a larger and more influential network. Get them on the radio. the Cowboy Spirit USA Network. So please let us know. Russell, he's on board and one of the founding members. Harry Alexander and Bunker DeFrance from that Voices of the West, they're also founding members and they're also in the saddle. I, as the producer of the Cowboy Up podcast, and I've got a lot of radio experience, I'll be involved too. And others are already saying, yeah, I'll saddle up with you. I get it. I'll get on board. So let's be in touch and let us know. Please reach out to me. I'm kind of helping to put it together with my friends. So reach out to me at stanhouston@gmail.com, and that's stanhouston@gmail.com. And let's see where this movement leads us as we try to create and connect with more and more people who will know the story and appreciate the way of life of the cowboy spirit and the historic and even modern day Western way of life and what it means and how it can be an inspiration to all. So again, of course, happy trails to you till we, of course, meet again. So please reach out to us. Again, I'm Stan Houston, stanhouston@gmail.com. All the best until next time as we come together. Bye for now. Please reach out to us. I'm Stan Houston, stanhouston@gmail.com, witradio.net, 520-664-7002, USA.
Rolling.
So Ellen and I of Cowboy Up want to invite anybody who's a Western-oriented podcaster or doing streaming shows to join us in the Cowboy Spirit USA Network. We're all stronger working together.
We want to go. There is strength in numbers.